There comes a moment in every person's life when they look at themselves and realize the truth they've been avoiding. Strength isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. And the people who look unbreakable, the ones who walk with power in their voice and calm in their eyes, are not different species. They were once exactly like you, confused, overwhelmed, doubting themselves, carrying pain they didn't know how to fix. Mental strength didn't just happen to them. They created it, one choice at a time, even during the days when they felt like collapsing, especially during those days. Many people believe mental strength is about being fearless, emotionless, or immune to pain. But the truth is much more human. Mentally strong people feel the same fear, the same stress, the same insecurities as everyone else. The difference is simple. They don't let those feelings decide their future. They learn how to stand up while their thoughts try to drag them down. They learn how to control what can be controlled and release what can't. They learn that strength is not the absence of weakness, it's the mastery of it. If you feel weak right now, if life looks bigger than you, if your thoughts feel too loud or too heavy, I want you to know something important. Feeling weak is not a sign that you're broken. It's a sign that your mind is asking you to grow. It's a signal, not a sentence. And those who feel the weakest often become the strongest, because strength built from struggle becomes the kind of strength no one can take away. You don't become mentally strong by winning every battle. You become strong by facing the ones you used to run from. That is where transformation begins. There's a version of you that lives on the other side of your fear, your doubt, your old habits, your frustration. And that version of you is watching, waiting, hoping that today is the day you finally choose to rise. Most people spend their lives avoiding pain. They avoid discomfort. They avoid embarrassment. They avoid effort. But mentally strong people understand something that changes everything. Avoiding struggle is the fastest way to stay weak. When you choose comfort over growth, you stay in the same place while life keeps moving. But when you choose the hard path, the uncomfortable path, the path that people around you are too afraid to take, something powerful begins to happen. Your mind adapts, your identity shifts, your spirit expands, and what once felt impossible suddenly becomes normal. Before we move on, if you like these videos and find them helpful, can you do me a favor and like this video and subscribe to my channel? This small action helps me a lot, but most importantly, helps other people improve their lives. I am truly grateful to every single one of you. Thank you. Let's move on. Strength comes from exposure, from repetition, from facing reality without running. You grow when you do the things you don't want to do. You grow when you tell yourself, one more step, even when your motivation is gone. You grow when life knocks you down, and instead of giving up, you rise slower, calmer, and more determined than before. That is mental strength, not loud, not dramatic. Quiet, patient, steady. Every strong mind in history was built through pressure. Warriors, leaders, creators, thinkers, they were shaped by their storms, not their sunshine. They learned to sit with their pain instead of hiding from it. They learned to embrace challenge instead of wishing for an easier path. They learned that the world doesn't give strength to you. It demands that you earn it. And when you finally earn it, you hold something that makes you unstoppable. Think about the moments in your life that made you feel the most alive. They were not the moments when everything was easy. They were the moments you survived what you thought you couldn't. They were the nights you cried but kept going. They were the days you felt alone but still moved forward. They were the moments when life whispered, "You're done," and you whispered back, "Watch me." Strength is born in those quiet rebellions. Becoming mentally strong begins with honesty. Not brutal honesty toward the world, but toward yourself. The mind becomes weak when you lie to yourself, when you pretend you're fine, when you refuse to face the patterns that are damaging you. The moment you face your truth, the moment you stop hiding from your responsibilities, your habits, your fears, your past, that is the moment your strength begins. You cannot fix what you refuse to acknowledge. You cannot grow from what you deny. Honesty is the doorway to power, but honesty alone is not enough. Strength requires discipline, not the military kind many imagine, but the simple discipline of choosing what is right over what is easy. Discipline is the quiet agreement you make with your future self. It is the promise that you will not betray your potential today just because your feelings are loud. Discipline doesn't require motivation. Discipline asks you for consistency. Some days you will rise with fire in your chest. Other days you will drag yourself forward with half a breath. What matters is that you move. Every small movement counts. Every step builds a stronger mind. One of the biggest enemies of mental strength is comparison. When you compare your journey to someone else's, you weaken your own identity. You forget your progress, your battles, your growth. You forget that strength is not a race. It is a personal evolution. You are not competing against the world. You are competing against your old self. And every time you choose improvement over avoidance, every time you choose patience over panic, every time you choose resilience over surrender, you win. Feeling stuck, distracted, or burned out? It's time to break free. I highly recommend you read The Art of Being Unstoppable. This isn't just another book. It's your blueprint for mastering your mind, controlling your emotions, and taking back your life. Inside, you'll discover the tools to build unshakable focus, unstoppable resilience, and a sense of purpose that cuts through the noise of this chaotic world. Stop just surviving. Start dominating. Step into the person you were always meant to become. The link is in the description below. Check it out and begin your transformation today. Another enemy is emotional dependency. When your happiness relies entirely on other people, you stay fragile. But when you learn to generate calm within yourself, when you learn to be your own anchor, you become unshakable. True strength comes from the ability to remain grounded even when the world tries to pull you apart. When you can hold yourself steady, you stop being controlled by chaos. You start controlling your reaction to it. Mental strength grows strongest when you stop rushing life. Weak minds rush. They want everything fast. Fast success, fast confidence, fast change. But strong minds understand that real growth requires time. They understand that slow progress is still progress. They understand that becoming unbreakable is a lifelong process, not an overnight miracle. They understand that every day is a chance to sharpen the mind, strengthen the spirit, and rise a little further above their old limitations. If you want to become mentally strong, you must change how you speak to yourself. Words are not just sounds, they are instructions to the brain. When you tell yourself you're weak, your brain listens. When you tell yourself you're incapable, your brain obeys. But when you speak with power, when you speak with hope, when you speak with conviction, you rewire the inner dialogue that shapes your reality. Talk to yourself like someone you are responsible for strengthening. Talk to yourself like someone you refuse to give up on. You must also learn to be alone without feeling lonely. Silence is where the strongest minds are forged. In silence, you hear your real thoughts, your fears, your desires. In silence, you meet the parts of yourself you've been avoiding. Many people fear this, so they drown themselves in noise. But mentally, Strong people embrace solitude as a training ground. They use it to reflect, adjust, and strategize. They use it to grow into someone they're proud to face. And above all, the mentally strong understand one truth. Your mind becomes whatever you feed it. If you feed it excuses, it becomes weak. If you feed it fear, it becomes fragile. If you feed it discipline, resilience, courage, and truth, it becomes a weapon. It becomes your greatest ally. It becomes your armor in a world designed to test you. Mental strength is not perfection. It's persistence. It's the choice to keep rising. It's the decision to take control of your inner world before the outer world tries to control you. And the person capable of becoming mentally strong is not some distant version of you. It is you, right now, listening to these words, ready to become the author of your own mind instead of a prisoner to it. You don't need to feel powerful to start. You don't need to feel brave to begin. You only need one thing, the willingness to try, the willingness to rise one more time, the willingness to face yourself and say, I deserve to become stronger than my circumstances. And once you make that decision, your mind will begin to transform slowly at first. Then suddenly, until one day, you'll look in the mirror and realize the weakness you once felt became the foundation of your greatest strength. Your story is not over. Your strength is not finished. Your power is still growing, and the world hasn't yet seen what you're capable of. But you have deep inside, you've always known. This is the moment you stop doubting it. This is the moment you become mentally strong. If you made it until here, leave a mind emoji in the comments. I want to see how many of you reach the end and finish what they start. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and keep improving day by day. Together, we are unstoppable.